You got this. Oh, come inside.
For the past 9 months, I have worked my body harder than ever before. I've always shown discipline in my life and in my training, but in this long training block, I have slept more, woken up earlier, fueled better, logged more miles, completed more speed work, set bigger goals, conquered scarier workouts, done more yoga, dialed in my nutrition, and trusted my coach more than ever. In the past 6 months, I have PR'd 7 times in 8 races. I am convinced that as of today, there is quite certainly nothing more I could have done to make myself better prepared for the race to come. This race will be the biggest race yet for me. I'm ready to go. Let's rock and roll.
Lisa has had a dominant 2024 racing season, with her training firing on all cylinders, hitting higher volumes and intensities than she ever has before, and yet recovering better than she ever has either, along with some revamped nutrition supplied by Fluid, who you'll hear more about later in this video. She has been crushing it. She's been competing in a series called the San Diego USATF Road Series, which, in case you missed the first couple of racing and training vlogs, is a series of 5 races in San Diego that are held over the course of the 2024 road racing season. The male and female who finish highest in 3 out of 5 of those races is awarded the crown and the title of that racing series. And so it's Lisa's goal actually to win that. So far, she's leading thanks to her high finishes in the first 3 races that she competed in this series. The first race was the Kook 10K run up in Encinitas. Lisa went out with the chase pack, reeled in the early leaders, and then finished second in 34:43. But Lisa was the top finisher for this series, and so she was leading from the gate. She had a couple of races after that, and then the next road series race that she ran was the Carlsbad 5K. And she entered the smoking fast open division and placed 6th overall, which again was the top finisher for those competing in this road series. Next, Lisa tackled the iconic Navy Bay Bridge 4-mile run in a blazing fast time. She ended up getting second again to Grace Barnett, but both of them ran the 2 fastest times in the last 20 years that I could find, except for one, but still very fast. So one of the fastest times in recent history on this course for a 2nd place finish, but she came out of that and is going into the Rock and Roll Half Marathon still leading the USATF Road Series. So her goal is almost in sight as we approach the half marathon and the peak of her season.
Rock and Roll Half is in 3 days. I've got my last little tiny tune-up this morning. Gonna do some 3-minute pickups at 5:45.
Get it.
And that's it. Then it's just rest and shake out on Saturday and then race on Sunday. I am feeling like I've never been more ready. You know, got the nerves building, but nothing debilitating the way that nerves used to be for me in college. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's a big one. This is probably the biggest race numbers-wise that I'll have ever run. This taper has been great, and all things that a taper is. I feel my body like wanting to break down now, and suddenly aches and pains are coming to the surface more, but nothing that's keeping me from running. I mean, really bottom line is I'm just ready to go. My watch just gave me a +4 performance boost, so it's a little confidence boost as well. There's plenty of days I did a -1. That's always awesome. Thanks, Garmin. Finishing up this warm-up, and then gonna do some 3-minute pickups. Call it a day.
Of course, as you reach the peak race of your season, that race that you're training for and that you actually want to be rested for, one of the primary tools in our training tool belt is the taper. Most research points to the fact that during a taper, you want to keep intensities high while reducing volume. There's a lot of different ways to do that. You can do that with a stepwise approach. You can do that with an exponential approach. You can do it with a linear approach. Now, this doesn't mean we stop running fast. No, we have to keep intensities high. And so we're doing still lots of half marathon specific training. We're still doing strides. We're still doing some explosive stuff in the weight room, but with greatly reduced ranges of motion and way lower volume than typically. So the overall goal of the taper is to dissipate fatigue, hang on to all that preparation, keep the intensity high, drop the volume, and make sure the athlete is feeling race sharp, rested, ready to go, and also has the confidence in all of the previous training that they've done so that they know they're not missing any fitness. And in fact, fitness takes a lot longer to decay than the fatigue that the training generates. So the fatigue falls off, the fitness stays high, and now the athlete is ready and prepared to race.
This place, I'm at the Expo right now, is nuts. I saw bib numbers that went up to the 30,000s. That is the marathon and the half. But, whew, there's a lot of people. This place is crazy.
One of the primary ways that Lisa has changed her strategy this season has been to dial in her pre and her post-training nutrition strategies. You see, for the longest time, I've been trying to get Lisa to eat anything before she runs. I know that fueling is important. I understand that carbohydrates need to be available in order to continue to hit those higher intensities later and later into the run. The longer that run stretches out, the more important fluid and electrolytes become as well. But the problem was, anything she tried gave her an upset stomach. GI distress was holding her back from proper fueling. And that's why I'm so excited that we found Fluid Sports Nutrition, because it was the first line of supplements that she has been able to tolerate and to actually see performance improvements from. And so I'm very proud that they chose to sponsor this video and in fact chose to sponsor Lisa for her performance nutrition needs in the 2024 and then into the 2025 season. So if you want to check out any of these awesome Fluid products, use the link below and use the code Goodin20 for 20% off of your order. And thank you again to Fluid for sponsoring this video.
That Expo was crazy. I came out of it with my bib and a shirt and some safety pins. I chose not to stand in the 150 person line to get a couple free samples of coffee and maybe like an icy hot single sample or something. But I did get a kiwi, and it's a golden kiwi, which is awesome. Worth it. See you Sunday. In bed for another 30 minutes. It's now 4. I'm just gonna get ready.
Well, my friends, after hundreds of hours of me editing this video and a few minutes of you watching it, it's time to see the race. But I'm realizing that you need probably a little bit of context throughout the race to understand where on the course she is, etc. So I'm going to narrate that for you here and there. What I'm doing in the video is actually chasing Lisa on the bike, trying to film her, trying to cheer for her, encourage her, and then also cheer for all of our friends. So if it seems a little bit frantic at times, it's because I was frantic and Lisa was running the race of her life. So I hope you guys enjoy. We got there at dark 30. I parked the car and walked over while Lisa and Paula checked on the bathroom situation.
How deep we want to go?
I don't think people see me, so I'm gonna change my shoes first.
Okay.
Apparently the lines were too long for the porta potties. By the time I caught up to Lisa, she was already in the elite starting slot. I was able to get her water bottle, a race gel, and take her garbage for her. Off camera, I gave her one last smooch for good luck.
Oh, there's Lisa. Go, Lisa! Go, Lisa!
Pretty much immediately my chain pops right off and I have to stop to get down and fix it. At this point, so many of the runners had run by that I was worried about catching Lisa. And then I hear, yeah, that was the sound of my chain ring bending as one of the little screws or sprockets just popped right out.
Chain ring is bent. You gotta stick on the big ring the whole time. Hopefully, it's not any crazy hills.
Yeah, there was one hill. It was tough, not too crazy. Alright, now here's the fun part. I got to ride past every single runner in this race in order to catch Lisa. So in this video I tried to do more fast forwarding than cutting out, just because I feel like it gives more of a sense of the actual length of a half marathon, especially for people who have never run one. There's Lisa's friend and training partner Paula.
Let's go, Paula!
She started off pretty conservatively but made up considerable ground on the leaders towards the end. Ran a very smart race.
Yep!
At first I had no idea who that was. I'm pretty sure it was Robert. That's why I just said an awkward "yup." And okay, I know this video is not really about me, but this hill was tough. You can hear it in my breathing. Checking for Lisa. Nope, she's not under the bridge. Finally spotted her in the distance. So at this point, since I came from behind, from the back of the half marathon, I had no idea what place Lisa was in. I knew that the race plan was to run 5:45s even, but I don't even know what pace she's running. She's of course checking her watch, but I have no idea. Now after the fact, I was able to overlay telemetry onto all of the phone video that I took. So anytime I pull my phone out and take a video, I'm able to slap the telemetry on there. You guys can see the pace, her heart rate, the elevation, the distance, etc.
Let's go, Lisa, you got this. Stick with them, Chuck. Stick right up there.
So my goal today was to get to as many points on the course to cheer for Lisa as possible.
Let's go, Lisa. Got this, hon. Nice and smooth. Get with somebody.
Somehow Lisa always finds herself running in no man's land or no woman's land. You'll often hear me encouraging her to tuck right up behind somebody, get off somebody's shoulder.
Yeah, Paula.
Looks like she took my advice or just naturally gravitated towards running with James, her friend and teammate. I think they were able to work together for at least a few miles. So remember that since I came from behind, I still had no idea who the leaders in this race were. I didn't know what position Lisa was in, and somehow I missed the fact that that police motorcycle and the one ahead of it were likely the lead motorcycles for the lead pack of men.
Got this, honey. Nice and quick, nice and quick. Chuck's right up there. He's got 15 seconds on you. Good job.
Now I knew that since I had waited for so long cheering for everybody, it was going to take me a while to catch up to Lisa again. Really cool to see all the people out on this street cheering, even so early in the morning. Some cool cars, some lowriders. At this point, the race was heading up into some suburbs, looping through some neighborhoods, and I was going to try to take a shortcut to get up there before Lisa. This time, seeing the motorcycles, it definitely registers with me that that is for sure the lead group. There's one of the wheelchair racers who started in the first group. I waited here for about 10 or 15 minutes. I watched all the leaders go by.
Let's go, Lisa!
And then here comes Lisa.
Use it downhill! Lean into it, let's go! Good job, honey. You got this. Stay strong, stay tough. Holy crap, I can't believe she's in first place.
My excitement there was even a little bit understated. I was pretty pumped. I should be used to it by now, but Lisa never ceases to surprise me when she races. She always races above her fitness level.
Let's go, Lisa! Stay right with those guys!
One reason I keep peeling off instead of pedaling right alongside Lisa is because I did not want to get her DQ'd.
Stay right with them!
Any perceived help from someone on a bike or someone following along on the course, especially if you get in the way of other runners, that could result in an automatic DQ. Now at this point in the race, we are nearing the halfway point, maybe just beyond it, and the pack is very spread out. You can see that Lisa is just running with 1 to 2 guys at a time here.
Excuse me.
I definitely felt bad about scaring that lady.
Good job, runners! Good work! Let's go, Lisa! You got 20 seconds on her!
As Lisa's coach, it's important for me to call out things like that because she makes it a point to never look over her shoulder. I hung out at this spot for a little bit, cheering for folks as I consulted my maps, figuring out where to go next to cheer for Lisa. I mean, who doesn't love a little bit of mariachi music in the middle of your half marathon? I've been humming that tune all week.
Do you know if the first women went by yet?
Sorry?
First woman? Did she go by? Oh no, there she is. Oh, they're running so fast.
I know.
That's my wife. Let's go, Lisa! You got this, Lisa. Stick right with them. Yellow, look at yellow. Let's go, Lisa. Look at yellow.
At this point, they're about to head down into Balboa Park in the final stretch of the race. And at that point, my Insta360 camera cut out. But not to worry, I beelined for Balboa Park, cut straight through it on my road bike, off-roading the whole time, and let me tell you, it was worth it.
Let's go, Lisa. You gotta be tough now. Hey, this is it. Last time I counted, it was 20 seconds on second. I'm not sure now. Work the hill. This is where you shine. Let's go. Let's go, Lisa.
Lisa is less than 2 miles from the finish. What an epic last 2 miles. You can see the skyscrapers looming, flying down this hill.
Go with them, Lisa! Head down, let's go! Come on, babe. Head down, Lisa, quick surge, get back, get back! You got this, man, you got this, you're good. Come on, Lisa! Use that downhill, get the head down! Holy crap, Lisa's winning. I think we've got 1 or 2 to go. 1 or 2 miles, she's got about 20 seconds on second place.
I cannot describe to you what I was feeling at this point. I was so proud. I was also anxious because number 2 was starting to reel Lisa in, inch by inch. She had made up 6 seconds so far. But at the same time, Lisa looked strong, just opening up her stride, flying down this hill. I could tell she was tired. I can always tell when she's tired, but man, oh man, she was determined. This part of the city was like the quiet before the storm. Kind of calm, not too many people out because all the fans are right around the corner.
I can't believe it, she won. She won. You hear her name? Yes, first place, baby.
Lisa did it. She finished first place with a huge PR of 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 39 seconds. She ran steady the whole way, averaging 5:46 per mile. She led the race wire to wire and executed her race plan to perfection. Not only this, but with today's win, she secured her title as a USA Track and Field San Diego Road Series champion. And all this as a mother to 3 at the age of 38 and in her first year racing on a competitive team post-collegiately.
Hey guys, can I get through? This is my wife who got first. I just gotta take a picture. Thanks. Thanks so much. Lisa! I can't believe it! Hey, good job out there, man. She did great. Good job. Thanks.
I'm just shocked.
Yeah, you worked pretty hard for that, huh?
Absolutely, she did.
Oh, man.
I saw it firsthand. She worked very hard.
Dude, you were in there. You were in it.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that. Oh, gosh. I kept telling myself, just 2 more miles until I rest.
You can do it.
Welcome back to 723. More than 30,000 runners hit the streets of San Diego this weekend for the 26th Rock and Roll Marathon.
Here now to share more about the big race is Paul Greer from the San Diego Track Club, who trained hundreds of athletes for the race, and our female half marathon winner, Lisa Goodin. Good morning. Lisa, I have to start with you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
What did that moment feel like?
It was honestly really emotional for me crossing the finish line, breaking that tape.
Are you proud of Mom? Did you know she was going to get the win? But you did.
You won the race, ran steady on a hilly course, led from the gun. After all of that, what are your post-race thoughts?
You know, I thought a lot about that. The season as a whole, that race in particular, and I was like, what is it? What is it about this that just carries so much emotion and power for me? And I thought about how humans for centuries have demonstrated that limits are not fixed. And I have liked to live with that in mind. You know, if we live with a ceiling, assuming a ceiling above us, we're living in a box, and it might be cozy and tidy in there, but that's as far as we're ever gonna get. And I get claustrophobic. I love growth, I love progress, like personal character progress, physical progress. So for me, athletically, it's an adventure to pursue a limit that is beyond the one that I previously hit. But it's so much more than that. As I thought of all the people involved in this as I crossed that line, it's only so exciting if it's just about me. That's not why I do this. It's about the people that I am surrounded by my team, by my family, by you, my husband and coach. And it's been a joint endeavor. It's something that's drawn us closer to each other. It's also just really awesome to take the body that God has given us, and for me to take the body God's given me and to see how far I can take it. What can I do with this? You know, a few years back, I was scared, terrified even, to try to find that limit, to push further than the best that I'd done so far in running. And I was scared because it's hard. It takes a lot of sacrifice and hard work, and there is a huge risk of failure. I went through a period of time where I really just didn't want to, because I was really afraid of failing, if I'm honest. And I had to push through that. I just had to decide to set that fear aside and be ready to lay it all on the line and fall flat on my face, if that's what it meant. But I wanted to see, what can I do if I put my heart and soul into this, and if I let it be something that the people around me help drive me to do. You know, this time the result was amazing. Next time it might not be, but I'm not done. I'm not done pushing my own limits and trying to break through those and create new ceilings and, you know, show not just myself, but our kids and other athletes and non-athletes that you can set your goals at crazy places. And if you're willing to put the insane amount of work and heart into it that it's gonna take, then you can achieve that. You can get there. This looks like it took me a season. It didn't take me a season. This took me a couple decades to get to. There are so many seasons behind this season. This race and this season was just another step in my journey of growth, both as an athlete, but also as a mom, as a wife, as a runner, as a friend. And I'm just really grateful that I decided to put my all into it and see where it would take me.